Stream audio looks good. This audio looks good. I don't have time getting these games to be picked up by Streamlabs. Trying to get game capture or window capture to pick them up. No, didn't want to do it. So this is desktop capture. So yeah, it's good to go. Right, so what's happening tonight is that we are playing an hour of each game, and then we'll take it from there. So starting off with the very first game, which is Shadow Chernobyl. Very similar in title to the new game that's starting on the 5th, which is Thursday, I believe. Let me just double check that quickly. I've got that shit wrong before. Calendar 5th of September is Thursday. And Stalker 2 starts on the 5th of September. Looking forward to that. Next week we'll just, it'll not be Retrospective, it's just going to be Stalker 2. But 2 of these games count as retro. So we're going to give it a go. Hour of Chernobyl, an hour of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, an hour of Call of Pripyat, and we'll take it from there. Yes, Kika. All right, let's get stuck in because time is burning. The idea is to run through the sort of early start of the game, and of course to get the cinematics. Kind of crazy there are games these days that have worse cinematics than this. You see a little bit of screen tearing happening. It's just the game is not designed to run on modern systems. So even with VSync on, that can still happen.
This one seems to be alive. What a lucky guy. At least death would have saved him from the dreams. Let's go and see what value Sidorovich will put on your head.
Yes, Uncle Sidorovich.
What have you got?
A body. It came from the death truck. It's got the mark.
Well, you know the drill. Leave him on
This is a live one.
Bullshit. You are lying.
Let the zone take me if I am.
Put it here. I think for this one, I can give you.
You're the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. there are some Stalker-related blips that have been added for the stream. So go check it out in the channel
So,
points.
Marked One, I saved you, and I'm not going to pretend I did it to win favors upstairs. You do some jobs for me, and we're even. Besides, keeping you busy might be a good way to deal with your amnesia. And I'll see what I can find out about your problem. I don't give a shit why you want to find this S.T.A.L.K.E.R guy. I mind my own business. If you want to kill him, well, you must have your... What are you standing there for? The choice is yours. Either I brainwash you like I usually do with all the rookies, or I treat you like a... Got a job for you, Marked One. I want you to find a stalker called Nimble. He was carrying some very important information. He disappeared somewhere near the bridge. Find him. Dead or alive, I don't care. I need the flash drive with the info. Visit Wolf from the local camp and ask him. He certainly knows where that guy can be.
Alright, so Encyclopedia Diary. Damn it, it's all a haze now. I remember a car that drove me somewhere for a long time. My whole body hurt. Then there was darkness. What happened before that? I had no idea. So confused. Now this fat guy calls me a Marked One, probably because of the strange tattoo on my arm. And then there's this weird mission to kill some guy called S.T.A.L.K.E.R on my PDA. Is it even my PDA? Looking at S.T.A.L.K.E.R's photo, I'm not even sure if I knew him or not. Damn it, it's all like a bad dream you can't wake up from. What to do, where to go, and worst of all, who am I? Okay, calm down. Control yourself. First thing I have to do is do some jobs for the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. He claims to have saved my life after all. That shouldn't be too bad. I'll take a walk, calm down myself, and perhaps my head will clear. No. So fresh air, saw the local wildlife. Interestingly, I seem to remember some of it already, but it's all a haze. Had a chance to try and local amusement called Anomalies. Judging by the fact that I survived, I've probably come across those before, but my brain stubbornly refuses to remember. Sidorovich is one clever bastard. He knows he can use me almost for free, and that's exactly what he wants. Still, maybe he'll help me find this bloody S.T.A.L.K.E.R fella. He's my only connection to the past. Right, so let's go and do this mission.
Well, good hunting, Stalker.
So for those of you who have never played the game and don't know what the Stalker is, Stalker takes place in a much expanded exclusion zone around the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. After the initial reactor meltdown and the establishment of the first exclusion zone, a couple of scientists or organizations of scientists moved in and started setting up secret labs in the irradiated area. These labs were underground where they were protected from the radiation, but there they conducted highly controversial experiments on something called the noosphere, or the psychosphere around the Earth, in an attempt to calm everybody on the planet and prevent any wars. So if you remember the movie Serenity, where they inserted that chemical into the atmosphere that made everybody just so passive they died, and created the Reapers. Well, these scientists are trying to do something similar to that, but on an ESP kind of level. Predictably, it went wrong, and they caused a massive psychokinetic blowouts. Okay, this destroyed a whole lot of the labs, but they're still operating in under the power plant itself. However, this psychokinetic blowout caused all sorts of weird and wonderful things to happen inside a much larger zone of influence. The military came in, they established a cordon around that zone, and they tried to contain like the mutated animals and stuff like that. They were coming out of the zone, but there were some people that started going into the zone because the military reported on strange sites and artifacts that could be found in the zone. And these, there were scientists outside of the zone who were very interested in the artifacts and pay a lot of money for it. This is where stalkers come in. Stalkers are people who have left normal society and moved into the zone in order to try and find fortune through collecting artifacts from anomalies and stuff like that. Inside the zone, two major factions of stalkers have formed, both with different ideas about how the zone should be exploited. And then there's the minor faction of the loners, who aren't affiliated to anybody. This does take place in post-Soviet Ukraine, and as a result, there is also the bandit element. The bandits, sensing money, have also moved into the zone to rob stalkers of any artifacts they find and sell them on the black market themselves. So those are the four main factions. There's also the Ukrainian military. They try to discourage people from going into the zone. They're trying to keep people out of it. So you'll come up against them, and then lastly we have the antagonists, which is the faction of scientists that started this whole thing off. They're still located in the center of the zone at the nuclear power plant. Okay, so it's a brief history of what happened. Let's go do some missions. Okay, so we need to go find a guy called Nimble. He was attacked on his way back with some information. He sent an SOS. They have him across now the old car park across the road. Okay. So
sending someone your way, so wing it. You may attack if necessary.
they've given me some ammunition and a gun. I of course have binoculars. Minimap in the top right corner, you can see there's a number. It tells me how many people is in my area. Yellow dots is neutral people, green dots is friendly, red dots is bad guys. If I look at something with my binoculars, it actually will tell me if they're neutral or not. You can hear the sound effects and everything going on. Oh. Here comes a helicopter. That's a Ukrainian military helicopter, but it's not going to do anything to me right now. Okay. So
tell everyone at the camp that you helped me out.
Sometimes if you help somebody, if they're injured and seriously incapacitated, you give them med kits, they end up being friendly to you. There's little crates you can destroy. Okay. Hey, Wolvie.
Pipe down, man. Let me fill you in.
Okay. Bandits, 7 or 8. 2 at the gate, 2 over the building on the right near the fire, another 2 in the yard to the left. That's where they're keeping nimble. Someone usually hangs around the yard as well. That's it. Okay, let's
Men,
go.
Wolf here sent us some support along with the order to attack. Time to move on and be heroes.
So this little pistol I've got is terrible. It's really bad range on it. And accuracy is also quite terrible.
Don't scatter like cockroaches.
Somebody jumped the gun.
Берем его тепленького. Они попали.
Weapons and armor have durability. Ooh, I found an artifact. Oh, that guy's got a silenced gun. Ooh, it's not very nice. Terrible fucking gun. Nope.
Уроем нахрен. Заходи сбоку, заходи.
Sounded like a guy to the right there.
Прикрой меня.
Alright, be careful they don't flank me.
Кранты тебе. Вали петушок.
Shotgun. Okay, I need to heal. What is this? This is a stone blood. Gives me 200 health. I'll explain the artifacts in a moment. I'm hoping he dies so I can get his gun. That's terrible.
Цепанул одного.
Okay, he's dead. Okay.
Wolf, factory cleared. Returning to starting positions. Out.
Man, what a day I owe you, brother. I could never thank you enough.
I need the flash drive. You taking the trailer? Do you have it? Yeah, I've got it. Right, that's where you keep it anyway. Who knows? Might come in handy. I didn't keep it down there. Yeah. Also wild animals. Besides the gangster they sent is armed with more than a scoop and a shovel. Right, and, here's a job for me, which is actually quite a nice job. Get the perfected suit. Okay. So, time to look at the map. Alright. So this is the stalker camp there. That is a backpack that I can go and pick up. I got that information off one of the guys I killed. When you loot the guys, you will sometimes loot information on stashes from them. Okay, and then Nimble's given me a job to go find this suit that's over there. Hey, Dongadingle. Now, before I go anywhere, I'm going to bash up these crates because sometimes I can pick up stuff. There's a piece of bread. Right, so there's a dead body. You can see on the mini-map there's a dead body right at the back there. Probably one of the other bandits. There we go.
Брешут, что тут аномалия. Класс.
Yeah, I think we got all the dead bodies. I don't think we lost any of our guys. Let's have a look up top here. Nothing in that box. So you can sometimes find some really nice stuff in these stashes.
Вот такое знает кто?
But you have to know about the stashes first. So in the later games, the stashes will sometimes have stuff even before you've been notified of them. That's a stash there. There's another one up in the roof in the corner over there, but it also doesn't have anything in it. Okay. Right. Let's go and get the suit because I need to head back to the same location. And I may as well do that with the suit. So what you see over there is an anomaly, and they come in different forms. That one I believe is a type of a gravitational anomaly. Over there is a blind dog. This is a type of mutant from the zone. Let's reload that. Now the dogs they can't see you, but they can hear you. So if I walk down that path, that thing would grab me, spin me around until I got injured or died. There's other anomalies like radiation anomalies, psi anomalies, fire anomalies, and electrical anomalies. And then there are some pretty unique anomalies. One of them is the interdimensional anomaly that you walk through one point and you come out another one. There's the one where they got the stalkers that entered it got lost. That comes much later, one of the much later games. Yeah, there's a couple of very special anomalies that are like they don't move around. Okay. There's a nasty little beast, that isn't it? It's another type of mutated dog. Okay. Let's take this back to Nimble. Before we do that, this is an artifact. So artifacts are created by the anomalies during emissions. They are matter that gets sucked into the anomalies, and their properties get changed according to what anomaly they are. And you can see this one gives me 200% of my health, but it reduces my impact resistance, my rupture resistance, and my bullet capacity. But I mean, I don't have a huge bullet capacity impact, and you see my suit on the right hand side. I've got 10% burn, 10% electric, 10% impact, and 10% rupture, but this only takes 10% off, so it puts it back to 0 for both of those. Chemical burns, there's chemical anomalies as well. Gives you 10% explosion, 10%, and bulletproof cap is bulletproof resistance. I don't know why it's called cap, but that also reduces it. So it's debatable, but I like the extra health for this one. There are other anomalies or other artifacts that give you other sort of stats, but this particular one is one that doesn't give you any kind of radiation. Although there is an artifact that reduces radiation, and you can use that to balance out some of the other ones. So you've got a belt there with 5 slots. You can have 5 artifacts on you, and there's some really, really nice ones out there. But they're usually like late game. Alright, so let's get back to Nimble and Uncle Sidorovich. Now, it's not as active in this game, but the NPCs, like those ones that are just taking up position at that camp now, they will go on patrol. Bandits will patrol to that area or try and retake that checkpoint. Oh, there was an anomaly right there. Now I'm getting warned of the proximity of the anomaly. Bandits will patrol, animal groups will patrol and interact with each other. So the environment is constantly alive. Yeah, number. Okay. Nothing at the moment. Okay, right. There's another one. Right, so he's just giving me a stone plow. So stone plow gives me +5 radiation, but increases my bulletproof capacity. Then I picked up another one of those, which that's going to be too much. Even the 400% health is not going to really compensate that much for the increased damage I'm going to take.
So you're back.
Here we go. Here's the flash drive. Okay. Got any special missions for me?
I've done some thinking, and here's what I'd like to offer. Generally speaking, what you really need is to find S.T.A.L.K.E.R, right? Anyway, here's the thing about S.T.A.L.K.E.R. There's a stalker that goes by this name. They say he's found a path to the northern reaches of the zone. That is a virgin area, a real gold mine for artifacts. Yeah. Anyway, I can help you find him. However, as you can imagine, it won't be a free ride. You'll have to work it off. But in the long run, we'll both benefit. You're going to waste that S.T.A.L.K.E.R fella and find out what happened to you, and I'll find... well, I mean, I'll get my share of our mutual profit. So what do you say? All right, listen. You mean business, I can see that. And I mean, we need guys like you. We're doing sort of an investigation with some other traders. We want to open up a path to the north, to the center of the zone. And near the center, something or someone is trying to hamper our progress. How the heck this S.T.A.L.K.E.R managed to sneak through, I don't know. You see, there's this one area where your brain starts boiling. An eerie place. Anyway, to cut a long story short, a couple of guys have been spying on those grunts for me, not far from here. Apparently the ones at the Agroprom Research Institute have dug up something major. I'm positive it has something to do with the center of the zone. Anyway, whatever they've dug up, it's secured somewhere in the 3rd floor of the Institute. We really need this stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
Once you have the briefcase, don't bring it here. Take it straight to the barman. He runs the S.T.A.L.K.E.R bar at 100 rads. I'll upload the coordinates and all the data you need to your PDA. Clear? You'll need to go north through the garbage, then turn west. You'll end up at the Agroprom Research Institute after a few kilometers. And be careful, the radiation level is way too high at the garbage. So I suggest you invest in some anti-rad. Or some vodka. Well, good luck.
so there's a running theme, obviously, because this is a Ukrainian/Russian themed game. You know, vodka will sort you out for everything, but you can lower your radiation level by drinking vodka. I don't know if that's, you know, medically relevant or not, but there's also radiation meds and food and drink, like the energy drink, will help you. There's the diet sausage, or this is referred to as a doctor's sausage, which was a common food staple in the Soviet Union. Okay, so I only want one of these artifacts, so I'm going to sell that one. I don't want this one, especially because you know, I don't really want it. So the artifacts will tell you where they get, which anomalies made them, and that's the whirligig anomaly. That's the one where you walk near it and it spins you around until you know, quite literally get flung to pieces. This one is found in the springboard anomaly. This artifact on zone, but metallic compounds create a beautiful light play. Okay, so the springboard, it's I think that one actually bounces you up in the air and drops you. But this gives you radiation, so I don't want that one either. Guns, you look at the durability of the gun. So it's 55. Okay. And then trade.
Not bad. Some pretty good stuff you've got there.
Nice amount of money. I'll take a couple of these because these are always useful. And I'll take a couple of those. And that should be
Not
fine.
bad. Some pretty good stuff. Alright, well, drop by if you get any more. Good hunting, Stalker.
So we got our PDA and we got our task list. So we need to get to the railroad embankment to get past it. We'll get past the railroad embankment. Then we've got the documents, the military documents, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R. There's no, I have to find information on that. So this is, there's a railroad there, there's a military checkpoint there, there's also a military checkpoint down there. We're going to go get that backpack over there. We need to find a guy over there and then get through the tunnel. I am hoping to pick up a quest for that as well. And there's going to be another quest here, but we zoom out. Well, that's as far as we can go. This is the, each of these maps are like little instances. So we can then go through this point to the next area, which is the garbage. Now, the garbage is basically the entire map is based off of actual places related to the Chernobyl disaster. And this is just heaps and heaps of radioactive garbage from the explosion of the nuclear power plant. There's another backpack, another stash I can find there. Then after we go to the garbage, we need to go here to Agroprom. That's where we need to steal the documents. This is a military compound. And then we're going to take it to the 100 Rads bar, which is over there. And this area here is owned by one of the other major stalker factions, and that's the Duty. Right, and then from there, there's two ways you can go onto the wild territory, which takes you back to, no, that takes you to Yantar. I think this is, yeah, Yantar. And then the other one takes you north to Army Warehouses. This is where the other major stalker factions, they're called Freedom, is located here. And then from Army Warehouses, you can go up to Red Forest and not that way. Thought that took you to the Brain Scorcher. Red Forest. No, this is the Brain Scorcher, I think. Yeah. So the Brain Scorcher is this facility that is preventing stalkers from going any further, and it literally uses sonic waves to basically zombify you. And it's no accident. It was put up there on purpose, actually. And that was done by the scientists who are still at Chernobyl and who want to keep people out of that area. So there's should be a quest I can pick up here. This guy's jumping. Destroy the ball there. Oh yeah, okay, there's the ball there. Okay, let me go do that quickly. Oh, shush you. There's some Ukrainian military patrol over there. See if I can sneak up on them. Nice. It's one down. Two down. And this is a bandit who ran into the boar. And the boar killed him. Right. Let's get the next quest.
Но у меня есть верное средство. Переэкзаменовку по математике вы так и не сдали, а следовательно будете отчислены и пойдете служить. И никаких монстров. Ну, кроме разве что дедов.
Right, let's go get that stash quickly. Now you can modify your weapons and your gear, but in order to do that you have to find some tools, and to do like basic modifications or intermediate modifications you have to find basic tools, intermediate tools. That way. And when you're in a field of anomalies like this, you can take out a bolt and throw the bolt in front of you, to make sure you don't walk into an anomaly like that. Somewhere here is the stash. There it is. Nice. Don't know what that guy was doing. Okay, I'm out of the field. I want to get away from these dogs as soon as possible. Almost ran into another anomaly there. Okay. Goods or the shooter. That's another. Goods of the shooter. There we go. Another stash I've picked up. Oh. Better jackets. Awesome little things you can find. So like these anomalies form and then they can destroy the environment around them like that. And like that one over there. Now, obviously I know where some of these things are. So it's kind of cheating. I've played this game before. Come on. Ooh, there we go. That is a thorn. Right, it reduces radiation by 10, but it increases bleeding. So any bleeding is doubled. So I won't be using that. That's a wretched. Gives you 5 radiation, but ruptured 2 jellyfish, 5 radiation, bullet cap 2. So come on, jump up now. How am I stuck inside you now? Come on. Seriously? Just quick load. Okay, let's try this again. Excuse me. Let's try not to fall inside there again, because apparently I can't get out. I don't remember that, but okay. So those army guys over there at the checkpoint, they've got AK-47s and they will or AK-74s. Whoop. They will wreck me. So I'd rather not tangle with them if I don't have to. There it is. I don't know why my nose is itching now like this. Okay. Oh, there goes the cats. What the hell is going on? It's August, or it's almost September now, but yeah, so neighborhood's cats are going mad. So I can't go through where the military is. I don't have enough ammunition for that. But I can go through here. However, there is this anomaly here. Which moves. Ooh. Nope. Let's just heal up quickly. See if I can make it through here. Okay.
So, Mark I,
not the most elegant way,
S.T.A.L.K.E.R
but
by the name of Fox is coming back from a raid. Looks like he had a rough time and needs help. He came back with some type of critters all over him. He says he won't last long. He just might know something about S.T.A.L.K.E.R. You got to go see him right now. Here are his
let's go and
coordinates.
get to Fox quickly. Because he's being pursued by some dogs. I know something about S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Everyone takes such keen interest in him. Didn't communicate enough through my guys. So basically he saw him, but his brother knows more. Give the coordinates. I've got a few monsters chasing me. So he's got these dogs that are going after him. Oh, and now we've got bandits by the looks of things.
Я до тебя доберусь!
So this is what I mean by the world is dynamic. So we've got this patrol of bandits has come along. And if we don't deal with them, they're going to be a problem. Okay. Bad news, good news, bad news. He knows a little about S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but we need his brother called Siri. Knows more, and Siri's in the hang about 2 kilometers north. Okay, so I need to head to the garbage. Just check my situation here. I'm going to swap to that gun. Okay. Swap to that. And I'm going to be right back because I need to pee. Okay, right, so in case any of you are wondering where Eli is, he is in the process of moving and getting himself settled, and he's not available today, unfortunately. So hopefully he'll be back next week and ready to go. Right, so let's get up to the garbage. Oh, there's a firefight going on. So that truck over there, that's the truck you see from the intro sequence. I think the dog's got him. Yeah. Either the dog's got him or the stalker's got him. dude just casually walked right into an anomaly. The AI wasn't the best in this game. Okay, so now this outpost here is guarded by bandits, so we're going to have to be a little careful. Let's load this. Grenades. Go. Right, they spotted me.
Берем его тепленького.
He's down. One down, one to go. Okay. I'll take that, thank you very much. More stashes, more information. Right, let's go to the next area.
Your cash and your artifacts. I'm quick, you asshole. Hey guys, I've got nothing. Don't you get it, retard? I've got no money, no artifacts. Don't you get it, retard? Hey guys, I've got nothing. Your cash and your artifacts. I'm quick, you asshole. I've got no money, no artifacts. Hand it over or we'll blow your head off. I don't have anything. Don't shoot. Hand it over. It's the bandits! Help!
Я достал! Я попал в него!
People, this is the commander of the neutral squad. We've kicked the bandits out of the derelict machinery scrapyard. Expecting counterattack. We're low on numbers, so everyone's welcome to give us a helping hand.
Yeah. So I just helped that guy. Now we're gonna go help these guys. So this is part of the garbage. There is all vehicles and stuff that was used in Chernobyl. So we're gonna help this guy hold this area from a bandit counterattack. So let's do this.
Coming! They're coming!
Good job, guys. Take your positions.
Okay. Don't have a lot of
Move
this
on,
ammunition.
boys. Let's open a can of whoop ass on these bastards.
Everybody take your stand. Let them come close. They will be easier targets.
Гляди-ка! Братьев Борщ!
Yeah. I don't think they're all dead yet. Oh, no, that's a friendly guy.
Great job, boys. We wiped them out. Everybody have some rest. And you, Stalker, come over here. Let's have a chat.
I'm just gonna pick up as much stuff as I can. There is a weight limit though, so I'm probably gonna have to put some of the stuff down eventually. Oh, that's an artifact. Oh, too heavily loaded to run. Okay. Endurance. Yeah. Okay. So what is this? 208. Let's unload that. Drop that one.
Оружие убрал. Ты ствол-то убери.
Yeah, keep your pants on. Yeah, that's all the guys that were there.
У долговца уже полные штаны ежиков, но он все-таки отвечает. Я того заплутал. Кричу, вот, может быть...
Secure the chaos group video should be up now. Can you post the link later in Discord? Okay. Sorry, I wasn't aware that we needed to put that up this week. Or,
Так не смешно же.
you know.
Неохота мне за хабаром сегодня плестись. Сейчас бы дома оказаться. В гамачке.
Right.
Да с книжкой толковой. Пить как охота. Квасу б сейчас холодного. Да чтоб в нос.
I want to trade with you, but he's not going to take any guns. Okay, cool. Right, so I'm going to drop that in the box. I can go back and get those other guns. Right. Let's drop all those guns in there. Load that. Okay. Let's keep one of those. Alright, there we go. So, so what I want to do, right, I'll do it later. It's too much hassle now with desktop streaming. Also, they're outdated, right? So I need to go. Oh, there's a stash there. That's the camp. I need to go there. that area over there. There's another stash there, but it's probably like radioactive. Let's have a look. Yeah, I can hear the radioactivity already. Let's go and meet this other guy. There's some bandits there. Thank you. I'll pass.
Anyone who can hear me? We've been attacked by a gang of bandits. We need help. Brothers, help us. We're in deep shit. Bandits have gone mad. Is there anyone nearby? Damn it! We're dead meat!
Help us fight off this scum first, brother. We'll talk later.
Вот так и загнешься. Не за хвост собачий. Эй, кто прибили мне? На, хватай! Приложил его! Кончай, гадов! Выручай!
It's nice to be able to lean.
Ты труп, мужик!
Мужик, сюда! Получи, гад!
Скоренько валим его, пока не ушел!
This guy's a bit bugged.
Твою... Great job, boys. We wiped them out. Everybody have some rest. And you, Stalker, come over here. Let's have a chat.
Yeah, that was predictable. Okay, well, we're already past the first hour, so that's it for Shadow Chernobyl. In Shadow Chernobyl, you go up, you disable the Brain Scorcher, and open up the rest of the zone to the Stalkers. You then make it to the nuclear power plant, where you discover that you are S.T.A.L.K.E.R. What happened is S.T.A.L.K.E.R made it all the way to the power plant. He made it all the way to the organization called C Consciousness, and they used their psionic powers to wipe your mind and brainwash you as one of the defenses of the zone. After they caused the emission of the new sphere, they started setting up defenses while they tried to stabilize it. And those defenses were, they created the mutants, they created the zombies that you come across, they created the creatures like the chimeras, the bloodsuckers. They created them in these secret labs that they were working on. And when S.T.A.L.K.E.R got to them and found out who they were, they wiped his brain, wiped his memory, and they sent him out on the death truck. And yeah, so they're trying to keep themselves hidden in the power plant, and you know, run everything from there. And yeah, so that's the end of the first game. S.T.A.L.K.E.R makes it to the power plant. I don't remember anymore exactly how it goes. I think there's a variation because there's also something called the Wish Granter, which Sea Consciousness created to distract any stalkers that got there. And the Wish Granter is basically something that turns you into a zombie. You make a wish in front of the Wish Granter grants you that wish, but it's all in your mind. You think that you have been granted the wish, but you've actually been turned into a zombie while your consciousness is trapped in its own in your own brain by the Wish Granter. Hey, Billy Man, thanks for $2. All right, so let's move on to Clear Sky, which is the second game. Now, in Shadow Chernobyl, you could modify your weapons, but you couldn't repair them. You couldn't repair your equipment either.
In actual fact, we have nothing to worry about. According to our research, the next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days, and 7 hours. Its intensity will be 3 on the Bergman scale, which is 2.13.
Hey, no problem, man.
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't be better. It's astounding.
Perhaps it has something to do with the emission.
Most certainly. Although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for this abnormality.
Look, he's waking up.
Okay.
You're awake. That's good. Welcome back to the world of the living, Stalker. How are you feeling?
It's splitting and spinning. Basically, I'm in real good shape.
Do you remember what happened to you?
I remember leading an expedition through the swamps, bunch of scientists. Then the emission. That's it. Where am I? Is this heaven? And why does it look so much like the zone?
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission.
Okay, I guess I'm lucky then.
I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway, I need to finish what I'm doing. So let's continue this conversation later.
Okay. So that emission that you saw now was a psi emission. The psi emissions happen when sea consciousness needs to balance out like the pressure of the noosphere to reality. But after S.T.A.L.K.E.R made it to the power plant, they actually started using the emissions as ways of, pushing people back and preventing them from getting too close to the zone, too close to the power plant. Now, before S.T.A.L.K.E.R got there, the emissions would happen on a regular basis, like a clockwork kind of thing. But afterwards, they happened a lot more frequently. This game introduces two main new factions, and that is S.T.A.L.K.E.R and the ecologists. And the ecologists they want to study the zone. Talk to the barman. Alright.
I'm glad to see you, young man. You look considerably better. Oh, I didn't notice you come in.
Seen all types in the zone. Somebody chasing dreams. Why does S.T.A.L.K.E.R study the zone?
People are mistaken in their belief that they understand the essence of what the zone truly is. Some consider it to be a universal evil, others a wonder sent down to humanity, and others still consider it no more than a source of riches. They are all wrong. The zone is impossible to understand when viewed through the prism of human perception. Moreover, it is far too early for humans to even try. Ergo, the actions of both the government and stalkers with respect to the zone are misguided, and I fear that the potential consequences may be, or indeed are, completely unpredictable. Naturally, this represents a terrible danger. Young man, if only I had the answer to that question. We are studying the zone meticulously in hopes of finding it. The zone appeared as a result of the actions, let's call them misguided human actions, and we are unable to return to the status quo. The zone cannot be destroyed, nor will it disappear of its own accord. We, Clear Sky, believe that there is only one way to reconcile man with the zone: coexistence. How can I best explain? Let's put it like this. Any complicated system in nature, and that includes the zone, automatically seeks equilibrium in the absence of destabilizing external factors. That was the case here in recent years. The zone was stable and there were no significant deviations from the norm. And now we've seen a gigantic emission that has changed the face of the zone. The system became unstable, distorted, a glitch of sorts. The zone is spewing out emission after emission and pumping itself full of energy with each one, so much so that the readings on my sensors oscillate with unbelievable speed. And unless we find a way of reversing this trend, the result will be a disaster of far greater proportions than the 1986 catastrophe. The most important lesson in all this is that this glitch is not a product of natural causes. This is human handiwork.
He's referring to S.T.A.L.K.E.R making it to the power plant the first time.
That's what we are attempting to find out. Perhaps knowing who disrupted the zone's equilibrium will give us a chance to prevent a disaster. Since man caused this mess in the first place, man may well be the only one able to set it right. In any event, I very much hope that is the case. I fear that question is not one I can answer. I suggest you address it to Lebedev.
So, Clear Sky know about sea consciousness, and I think some of the scientists in Clear-Sky used to work with them.
Look who we got visiting our swamps.
But
You sure are a whiff of fresh air.
they're a little bit in the dark about what's going on in the zone at the moment.
Hello, Mark. You became quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures. Because I'm just dying of curiosity.
So, here I want to address some minor factions that have been introduced in this game. That is the Monolith and the Mercenaries. Now, the Mercenaries will escort stalkers, bandits, scientists into the zone, and the Monolith are a faction of fanatic stalkers who seem to come from the inner zone and worship the Wish Granter.
Verde, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission. The biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together. Because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a cause. I was collecting bottles one after another and they let me here. I'm kidding, man. The truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. You didn't want me. In the end, I came here. First to the zone, and then to Clear-Sky. The guys here are alright, and I'm needed here. They come back here after a mission, I pour them a drink, tell a few dirty jokes, and my job is done. Simple, but effective. By the way, they call me Cole around here. In our base, as you can see, it's a small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic, endless swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly, but it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back or let you bleed to death to save a med kit.
The strangers in the zone that have never heard of Clear-Sky.
You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it. And the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. The man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Binpolev, Professor Binpolev. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than... well, anyway. Our technician's called Gray, and he can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that. And finally, we have Suslov. He's a trader, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off or screw you. He knows what stalkers go through to get their loot, and he respects that. Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on, I'll catch you later.
So, the professor is a medical trader.
I'm glad to see you, young man. You look, if you need me, you know where to find me.
And there's now the technician who can repair your weapons and upgrade them. And there's the trader as well.
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation. You're in the Clear-Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history. As I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago. No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it.
So normally the missions, they will kill you if you're caught outside. You have to find shelter and get out of there. But this mercenary has now survived an mission.
I see. How can I help you? Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long. We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you, tells me you're a pro in that sort of thing.
This is the second outpost.
Your
We're under attack. I
experience
repeat,
can save
we're
the
under
lives
attack.
of
Help!
many of my... That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it makes any difference, some of the boys who saved you are there right now. You still remember how to survive in the zone? Great. Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment. After that, head straight to the outpost. Once you're outside the base, listen to my advice. I'll try to guide you along.
Okay.
Trader, a fighter is on his way.
Roger that.
Traders over here.
You're with us again, at last. Here, take this basic equipment kit. It's designed specifically for patrol. I've been ordered to issue you some equipment. There's no time for...
Okay, so... Right, so the menu layout looks a little different. I now have an AK-74, shotgun, pistol, and this is where I can put the anomalies, the artifacts over there. And this is fire protection, radioactive contamination, radiation protection, and psion protection. Stamina, my health, and my armor condition. Okay. This is what the map looks like. Okay, so there's the corner where we were previously. There's the garbage, Agroprom, Yantar, Dark Valley, army warehouses. That's the bar. which is currently off limits. Red Forest, Lumansk, and this is Pripyat and the nuclear power plants. Okay. Let's figure out where to go now.
Stalker, what do you want?
Life hold you till we get there, you understand, okay? Before I do anything, this is gonna get really loud. So music inside, volume down. And we want to autosave. Okay.
Mark, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
Here's the bolt. Always number 6.
Oh, by the way, you can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
So this is a new feature of this game. It's the detector, the artifact detector. And as you can tell, there's something here. There it is. You get a better detector later on, which gives you a directional. Ooh. Took some damage from that. Okay, it sounds like I'm closing on the outpost now.
You're right on time, bro. I'm real low on ammo, so let's make the best of it together.
Okay. She's being attacked by mutant bull.
Attention all fighter. An emission is approaching. Get to cover now.
Uh-oh. Go, 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 go. Okay. What's liberative? What happened?
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bien Polev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point where our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait, don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die. A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the Brain Scorcher.
That someone is S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, others say the Wish Crater. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the Brain Scorcher. I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the Scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the process. I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things. A system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what Clear Sky is doing. We're trying to prevent that disaster.
When it starts, you're strong to fight on the bandits.
You're right. But we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions. And that means something. We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price. There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly.
Why do I have to take part in this?
I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us and you'll save yourself. Now this may sound like a line from a corny movie, but you really don't have a choice.
The 20th of November. Don't mess with me. Don't tell me they moved it back 5 days before.
Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us?
How's it going, Wesley?
Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the cordon was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment. But it's a lead. Through the swamps, of course, how else? But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now they control almost everything. We are under siege, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. So before we can help you get to the cordon, we have to regain control of the swamps. And with your help, I think we should be able to do it.
So, Clear Sky's solution to the emissions is to kill the person who caused the emissions. That means S.T.A.L.K.E.R. They are so hell-bent on bringing the zone back into balance so that they can study it at their leisure that they're willing to forego or overlook who caused the zone and why they're doing the emissions and what they're doing. So at this point, the Brain Scorch is still in operation. Now, in Shadow of Chernobyl, you disable the Brain Scorch, which means that this is running sort of parallel to the other game, but you're starting at a different time. Okay, so get the swamps, collect your reward. Reaching the great source is easy. Our guides will lead you out, but if you want to actually survive, you need to learn the current tactical situation and your PDA's features. Okay. I already understand all of this, so I'm going to skip that. This is bothering me now. Hold on, because oh my god. They've pushed it back again. I can't believe they've pushed it back again. '20th of November. That is, I am starting to think that this game, that they've perpetrated a scam. I'm seriously starting to think that they've perpetrated the scam. Either that, or they're pulling some kind of bloody Star Citizen. Yeah, exactly, Zabatsu. Are you fucking serious, man? Really? I can't believe they've pushed it back again. They pushed it back a whole year. Last year. Alright. To the 5th of September, and now they've pushed it back again to the 20th of November, and they can get to the 20th of November, going to push it back again. Man. I don't know, eh? I'm starting to have some serious doubts about these devs. Like the first 3 games, amazing. Awesome games. This is turning into some very, very suspicious BS. Oh man. Yeah, but this is exactly what I'm afraid of now. It's going to get to the 15th of November, and they're going to push it back to next year. You know, this game should have come out 2 years ago already. This is just, I mean, I get it. You know, the game was supposed to come out. Russia invaded Ukraine. Right. They moved their offices. They're now in a different country, and they needed time to set up all that kind of stuff. That's all understandable. But they're actually, you know, they're not in Ukraine anymore. They're safe and they can work on the game. I don't understand why they pushed it back. Busy with a real operation. Oh man. Anyway, let's get back to the game. That's what we're here for. Man, that makes this whole retrospective now completely mistimed.
Hello there.
That is so
welcome,
freaking.
guest from foreign lands. What come you with? A bursting purse? Prized? Yeah, I heard your story. I reckon the main thing is that you're still alive. Stuff is easy enough to replace, as long as the zone is kind to you. So,
They pushed it back again.
Got some questions for me.
But of course. Well, I hope so too. But I'm starting to have some serious doubts now. Yeah.
That's the sort of people we are. You can't buy an extra 15 minutes.
See you soon in 2 months' time what happens, right?
Thus traders are needed everywhere. Even in let's not talk about it. You have no idea.
Okay, let's move through this quickly.
Stalkers have already. Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Alright.
Have a safe trip.
Let's see. Right, so I've got my gun. There's a flash drive. There's a jellyfish. Now the jellyfish is different now. It only reduces radiation. So there's a bit of a change there. I think I'm good for now. Can't believe they pushed it back. We're gonna go visit the. You want to visit this guy here so you can get the quest for the. Get the quest for the tools.
See for yourself. There's hardly any equipment. It's like life after a nuclear war. If we do get a hold of something, it's about to fail anyway, and there ain't shit around to use for spare parts. That's why I'm having to adapt whatever I find and use it as best I can. Yeah, there ain't much to get excited about around here. Not like the garbage. I heard they dug up old Soviet caches. After the accident at the Chernobyl NPP, they sent convoys there with contaminated vehicles and equipment and all sorts of nothing special. I repair and upgrade weapons and suits. Basically,
Right, so find information about barrel modification, leather jacket, find information about kimono body armor, and find information about muzzle brakes. Okay.
You get anything else to fix? Come to
So
me for help.
he can do. These are the modifications, and you can do some modifications on your armor as well. But without the tools, without the information, you can't do anything. What do you think of the Mass Effect spoilers? I actually have not watched that yet, and I kind of want to like keep away from that. Back to work.
You have my full attention.
Thanks for stopping by and ruining my day. No, joking. Thanks for letting me know of the devs' atrocities.
We're there, so
We'll
you
see.
can take your blindfold off. Don't you try to follow me, it won't work anyway. If you want to come back to the base, find one of the guys at the fishing hamlet.
Merc, it looks like you're at the Great Swamps now. Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet. That's where they are.
Fishing hamlets.
We can't hold on much longer! Hurry, help us!
Okay. Let's see if we can go and help these guys.
Quick! We're getting slaughtered here!
Okay, I want to go to the right.
Are you? We can't hold on much longer. Hurry, help us! Man, that was some fine defensive action. Nice of you to come. They ain't gonna get a warm welcome now.
I don't know what they're worried about. There's like one bandit.
That's it. Chill, fellas.
Where are you little shits hiding?
There's like one bandit.
I
And
think we
he's,
got them all.
We barely have off. I can't take this anymore.
I'll take that. Thank you. Oh, we're creeping the whole way. There was something in
Stay
there.
down and wait. Keep on guard.
Sorry guys, can
Looks
I come
so
through?
quiet to me.
Stay down and wait.
Scatter out in the chain. Be at the ready. Shoot only on my command.
There's a guy in the tower there.
Шухер, пацаны!
Ow! I got taken out. What is the last save? It's this one. Okay. All right. Well, it's almost an hour. Let's just go through this here quickly again.
So you head over to pay the barman a visit. Come see me if you learn something important.
Go to the barman. This is right at the beginning, I think.
Well, hello, Mark. You were there.
Cole, leave the Mark alone with your dirty jokes. I need to see him.
Well, brother, if leave.
Yeah, I forgot to do any saves, which is very important. I should know this by now, but I haven't played the game in a while. Okay, so 20th November, really. Let's go to Call it Pripyat. Okay, new game, veteran. I love the intro to this one. This is the...
At 0123 on April 26, 1986, the reactor of Power Block 4 of Chernobyl NPP is destroyed following a series of thermal explosions. The resulting radioactive cloud moves across the European part of the USSR, Eastern Europe, and Scandinavia, eventually reaching America. The consequences of the disaster are so serious that the government is forced to begin evacuating the residents of nearby towns and villages. A 30-kilometer exclusion zone is created to stop residents from returning to the contaminated area. Despite the disaster, the Chernobyl NPP continues to operate. The existence of a power station, as well as the fact that the area is no longer inhabited, leads the Council of Ministers of the USSR to set up a network of secret laboratories in the exclusion zone. June 11th, 2006. The exclusion zone lights up with a flash of blinding light as clouds can be seen evaporating in the sky. After a moment of complete silence, a peal of thunder shakes the ground. Most of the government forces guarding the perimeter are killed instantly. 2008. Scientists are still unable to explain what happened. Rare expeditions into the zone usually end in tragedy, with survivors telling stories of mutated animals with incredible abilities roaming the area. According to various estimates, by 2010, the zone is home to between 100 and 300 unknown individuals. They call themselves stalkers and make their living by collecting anomalous formations known as artifacts, which they sell for considerable sums of money. 2011. Despite military cordons, the stalker phenomenon is growing in numbers. However, stalkers travel primarily around the zone's edges, with the center remaining terra incognita. The few attempts to penetrate deeper into the zone have all ended in failure. 2012. A stalker called S.T.A.L.K.E.R solves the secret of the brain scorcher, a man-made emitter that had blocked the way to the center of the zone for years. After the brain scorcher is disabled, all stalkers rush for the center of the zone, some in hopes of finding a treasure trove of artifacts, others in search of the wish granter. The government decides to launch a large-scale military operation. Operation Fairway, as it came to be known, involves using maps of anomaly fields to maneuver helicopters to the CNPP. Despite meticulous preparation, the operation is a failure, and none of the helicopters return from the mission. Major Dektarov, a USS special agent, is sent into the zone to investigate the disappearance of the helicopters. Disguised as a stalker, equipped with a regular assault rifle, 2 weeks' worth of supplies, and a radio to communicate with HQ, the Major begins his journey towards the center of the zone.
So, USS being Ukrainian Special Services. Right, so the zone has been breached. The brain scorchers allow people to get through, and the majority of Call-Up Pripyat takes place in Zaton swamps. And also Jupiter factory, and then in Pripyat itself. You don't actually go to the power plant in this one. Now, there's a nice thing that happened after Call-Up Pripyat, and I just want to do here quickly just the sound, bring the sound and the music down a little bit. So, the engine for S.T.A.L.K.E.R got open sourced, and people started making overall games from this, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly and S.T.A.L.K.E.R Gamma is one of those. on the minimap you can now see like party leaders and party members.
The boss is over there. Go talk to him.
So you only get.
Hey, bro.
You only speak to party leaders. The party members will just tell you, you know, there's leader, go speak to him. Now, the Stalkers have moved in past Pripyat, closer to Chernobyl. And you've been sent in to investigate these helicopters. Talk to Beard. Okay. Most stalkers you can also ask to lead you somewhere. So,
howdy ho.
Let's have a look here. So, fixed anomalies are also marked on the map now, and other POIs. So there's S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and that's where you find Beard, Burn Farmstead, Sawmill, and the Boiler Anomaly. So let's head off in that direction. As always, there are the bandits. There's Clear Sky, there's Mercenaries, there's Duty, there's Monolith, there's the Ecologists, and Clear Sky. Did I say Clear Sky already? And yeah, so a lot more factions in this one. I'm trying to stay out of the water because it might be radioactive. You also get a detector, basic detector in this one. Something you didn't have straight away in Shadow of Chernobyl. And this one also autosaves.
Listen up. Sultan wants to see you.
So, you managed to drag your ass over here? Bravo!
Я тут вспомнил вот. Один сталкер говорит другому. А я с собой в поход всегда фотографию...
This guy's a local bandit leader.
Зачем? Ну как же? Холод, грязище, аномалии, мутанты. А я гляжу на карточку и думаю, господи, хорошо так.
I want to check down a few of Beard Stalkers. It's a real cinch. Late at night, and you and our guys come up to the Shevchenko, and before the tourists figure out what's going down, you take a full ride. We get the dough, you get the crops. Yeah, so standard bandit stuff.
Right. Drop by sometime. We'll have a
hey, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, how are you?
Right, this is Pilot, he's a guide. Gives you information.
Good hunting.
Hello, what brings you to our
Right. Someone is planning to stick up a group of stalkers, your own guys too. Bandits multiplying like rabbits, now they're fighting amongst themselves. I got an offer to attack the camp near Shevchenko at night. It'd actually be nice if you took up the offer. See what I'm getting at? That way you can tip my boys off so they're prepared to warm welcome the guests. Okay, I agree. Last night, stalkers saw some kind of weird glow at the dredge station. Too weird for these parts, but check it out. Okay. And then S.T.A.L.K.E.R, right.
Drop in if something interesting comes up.
Is this guy Grouse? How about I camp at the same time? What can you offer me? The stalkers have gone missing. No one heard anything about them. They just, the other day, they found one body, no signs of violence, but bled completely dry. Give you more details. Find the lair and hopefully track down. Okay. Danlia went off to search for the lair. Okay. So now we have...
So, did you find anything out about Magpie?
I've asked everywhere, but it's useless. Nobody knows a thing. It's like he's a poltergeist or something.
That son of a bitch is going to regret running away. Hang in there, buddy. The doc said you'll be up in your feet in a couple of days. You might as well use this time to rest up and chill.
Hemo, he's a doc.
Hey, Stalker, come here. I got a question for you.
Goodbye.
Seen this guy Magpie? Well, if you come across that scumbag, feel free to put a bullet in his head. Somebody was a scumbag. Comes up to me once, says he can't get his loot out because a controller. Crew is one man short right then. Our Pathfinder went off to track bloodsuckers in their lair. So we decided to help Magpie get his loot and took him hunting with us. All we had to do was keep a lookout for the Chimera near the lair. The bastard ran away, taking his loot and pocketing ours too. I was surprised when the Chimera finally showed up. Gompt, for one, had no time to react, so that's the guy that's injured. If I see Magpie, I'll let you know for sure. So we do actually find Magpie later on. He's boasting about killing a Chimera or something like that.
What are you?
This is the trader. This is like the proper trader. Okay. And
That's right. Get on out of here.
over here. So this is your chest that you can keep inventory in. Up here. Well, look if it isn't Nimble. Hey, Nimble, remember me? So you can, with Nimble, you can place an order for special items. That's high tier special attributes, but it costs a lot of money. Okay.
I'm listening.
And then, where is he now? Ah, here we go.
Howdy.
This is Cotton. Cotton is the technician. You can repair your gear and you can modify it. So you can do some basic stuff. But nothing fantastic until you get him 3 sets of tools, sorry. Okay, so now we have a bunch of equipment, or a bunch of missions, sorry.
The men.
Let's start with this one.
Пожрать бы чего хорошего.
Count me in. I think I better stay with you or wait till midnight and then you can show me the way to Shevchenko. So here we go. Where are these guys? Here we go.
We'll give it to them good.
What's going on?
Take a chill pill, man. We'll take them easy.
Oh, but there's going to be a surprise for you. You won't need that.
Так, мужик, чего ж там у тебя?
You got to be careful with these guys now, because they'll actually loot the stalkers, and you don't get anything. That guy glitched into the ground. Okay. Okay, and so I got anti-radiation drugs, first aid kits, bandage, vodka. There we go. Okay, so there's a stash there in the village. There's the old barge. Need to speak to that guy to get up to the plateau. And then that's the dredge station. Need to go there. Quite atmospheric. There's all sorts of stuff that you can find up in this game, as I've said before, and more so in this one. Get out of the rain. How do I get down inside the ship again? There we go. Yeah, there's Nimble.
Welcome aboard our swamp.
So you can trade with this guy. He mostly just gives you food stuff, but you can trade him artifacts as well.
Pop in if you find any artifacts, and we'll see what we can do.
But the main trader is obviously this guy. And he can get you better detectors, better gear.
So,
everything.
you got anything new?
It's a military suit, a stalker suit, and like a bandit trench coat. Scope for the gun. How much do you want for that? I'm going to take that. I'm going to swap that for that. And that on there. Okay. I seem to remember being able to put this drag and drop the scope on. Maybe this is not the right scope.
Don't let the door hit you.
Martha. Swap that out. Right, the other thing you could do here was you could sleep. I think you could do this in clear sky as well, as you could sleep till the next day. But you do end up being hungry. Okay, so mission log, here we go. So rewind to get up. We need to find out how to get up to the plateau, so we're gonna go speak to Noah.
Hello.
Your weapons are locked until you get out here. So Noah's out over there. And Noah's quite the character. Ow. Welcome to jammed weapons now. I'm bleeding. Terrible trying to shoot at these dogs. Where are you? Are you underneath here? There we go. Okay, let's go and speak to Nora.
Get out of here, bastards, or I'll take you all out.
Joel, dude. Noah's just a little bit high strung. Anything about the crashed helicopters? Once on the plateau, the area around is crawling with snorks. I go shooting them every couple of days. Why are you looking for? Get me like that. The whole there can't be taken out in one go. How do you get to the plateau? I can lead you there. Okay, well, let's go.
Watch carefully and follow me.
Yeah, it's through an anomaly field. And that's a teleportation anomaly over there. There we go.
Nice jump. Feel free to drop by sometime.
Right, so the helicopter's over there. There is a circus anomaly and the southern plateau. That's the circus anomaly there. And I believe there are artifacts down there. But I'm in not the greatest shape to go artifact hunting. Okay, so the helicopter should be right ahead of me. Just a cat. But he did say there was a S.T.A.L.K.E.R up here. There's some dogs over there. There's something moving over there. These guys can hurt you quite a bit. Did he go down? Okay, he's done. There's another one here somewhere.
Information on the onboard computer. Okay. So Stingray 3 had engine failure in both engines. What else is there? A map with what look like possible evacuation locations. Positions B2, B28, and B205. Interesting.
Okay. Hey, bird. Okay, no. Investigate position B28, which is over there. Let's drop down here quickly. That's in Pripyat. That's B2. Okay. That one's easier to reach. That's just nowhere that I'm picking up there. So B2 is Skadawask, right? Need to get down here. Oh, there's some fighting going on there.
Quit screwing around. Holster your weapon.
Door's locked. Oh, there's a big firefight going on somewhere. I think it's up there by that camp over there. It's bandits. Oh, that's radioactive. Let's avoid that for now.
Quit waving that thing about.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Something's just come up. The word is that bandits are planning to buy a batch of weapons. Our boys want you to follow them and spoil the transaction. We'd appreciate the help. Yeah, I'll help you deal with the bandits. Any military show up here? Right, so they didn't come to this place.
Drop in if something interesting comes up.
So what I'm going to do is get this guy.
Howdy.
900. Yeah, I'll repair that. It's fine. This is probably not going to be affordable. No. Okay, but
Hey, Stalker. How are you?
transaction, meet the stalkers by the ranger station. Okay. If I remember correctly, this one's quite the firefight. I thought there was a body here. I was hoping for some free loot. Where's this guy? Where is he? Outside? Apparently these guys are all on edge or something. There we go. Sneak up close to the bandits, listen, and we'll see what happens.
Don't let the sentries see you.
Okay.
What have you got? Show me.
Look, we've got these here artifacts, and we can get more of them. In exchange, we're looking for weapons and some good equipment.
You know that I've got whatever Duty's got, so weapons and equipment are not a problem. All my stuff is top quality, no doubt about it.
Well, that clears things up. Take them down.
Here we go. Ooh, it's a grenade.
На, хватай!
So that's the mercs doing business
Наш
with
тебе
the,
лимонку!
That's no good. That was the mercs doing deals with the bandits. I'll take that. Easy to get over encumbered in this game. So much nice stuff to take. I want that gun though. That's fine. Let's unload that, drop that. Unload that, drop that. There we go. Oh. This guy was from duty. Ordnance of a stash. Nice. Looks like the stash is upstairs. Ah, there it is there. Now, if I remember correctly, I think there's some stuff I can find in this factory. That's not what I wanted to do. One of these things, I thought there was another weapon. Yep, there we go, a weapon and some ammunition. Pick it up. There we go. Yeah, shotgun. So I'm encumbered now, which means that if I run or anything, my stamina drops quickly. Yeah. So let's head back. Dead bandits. These guys have all been stripped clean already. Nope. Love the atmospheric music. She's still stalking people. Yeah. I love these games, man. What is the save? I don't think the quick save key on this is F5 and F6. Thanks for the 29-month resub, Stupid. Much appreciated. I don't know why my sound alerts is not working. I mean, I probably need to check that. I must need to log into it again. Seems like it's
welcome aboard.
Spoiled bandits weapon transaction. Nice. So yeah. Now I've got money to do repairs and maybe a little bit of upgrades.
How did...
So you give this guy vodka and he gives you a discount.
Here's to a steady hand.
There's actually a whole story arc on him.
Here's to a good day's work.
Yeah, I'll say, tell me about Joker and Barge. Okay, so now repairs and modifications. Right, so it's a little bit cheaper. We can repair this one as well. Repair that. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is some more armor. Does he tell me how much it is? 280. Okay, there we go. And chemical and radiation protection, which is also 280. There we go. And we need tools for that. Optical mount. Ah, that's what I needed to put the scope on. Okay, so that's it. There we go. Now I can go here. Haha. Let's go and see if the trader will buy any of this stuff.
What are you? A statue? If you got something, spill the beans. If not, take a hike.
Sell that.
That's right. Get on out of here.
I have to get this repaired first. Metro vibes. Yeah, Metro was a lot more restrictive, unless you're talking about the last one. I think was more open world. Oh, that's a lot of money. Okay. Repairing this one. Yeah. Yeah, it locked you to the story, so you had to follow the story in order to actually go anywhere. Okay, sell that. Okay, I'm gonna put that one away as a spare. Put these two away. Put that away. Put that away. Okay. That can be put away. That away and put that. Okay, cool. There we go. Right, what's the next mission? Find out about Barge Joker's fates. Both the made in Ukraine. Was it the same studio? No, it wasn't the same studio. So this is GPG or Gas Powered Games or something like that. I think. I can't remember. Or GSC. And it's something with a G. And the studio that made Metro was A4 Games. Some of the devs that worked for A4 went to join GSC or whatever they're called to make S.T.A.L.K.E.R. That's why there's so much similarity between the two games, because they do the two games do share devs that worked on them. Okay, so now I've got that over there. There's that stash over there to find, and the mercenary camp. Good payment if any media you find in the mercenary camp with the waste processing. So that's where there's missing stalkers. That's the Stingray 5 helicopter crash, and that's Stingray 2. So I'm going to do that anomaly first. While it's still mostly daylight. Okay, I'll stick to the side. No, I'll be right back. I just need to pee. The conundrum I have now is that I was planning to do Stalker 2, but they pushed it back down to 20th of November, which means I had to find something else to do now. Although there was Dawn of Warhammer, Dawn of War was a suggestion, so I'll look into that. I think it's an RTS, so we should be able to get through that pretty quickly. There's always WoW, yes, there is. And I do keep my account active as a backup for that. Nice, I've got a scope on here now as well. There's WoW, there is Elder Scrolls Online, which I know isn't technically retro, but Elder Scrolls goes back far enough that I can sort of cheat it. Get away with it. Okay, I want to go this way. There's something going on there. Oh, bit of radiation. The space game, that a version 2 coming out soon. Which one is that? You're gonna have to narrow that down. Okay, that's not a box I can break. Oh, there's radiation here. That was an artifact. Yeah. Come on, move through. The radiation's getting pretty bad. Carry on like this, I'm gonna grow in the dark. That is a funky looking wheel. It was mentioned yesterday and you said you hadn't played the original. Okay, it was mentioned yesterday, but that was yesterday. So, yeah. Whoa. Side effect, it's got healing powers. I need it real bad. I was about to buy the farm mid-sickness. Can't do crap, but I tried to grab the artifact but stumbled into a gas anomaly. You haven't come across it, have you? No, I haven't seen it.
Just you keep walking. You'll remember this moment, that's for sure. Stop right there! Holster your weapon and don't you move!
It's a stick up. First of all, let's take care of that.
I'm going to bleed you dry, asshole!
Наш тебе лимонку.
Fucking scumbags. What has become of stalkers these days, hey? Okay, radiation's not that bad. I know you expect me to remember. Oh, you know. I'm trying to think what it might have been though. Oh, yeah, dog. Oh, that's a stalk. What is a stalk doing here? Oh, he's down. Oh, there's another one over there.
Всем спасибо, все свободны.
Ah, you bastard. There he is. Where's this little guy? There we go. Get rid of the rats. So yeah, space game that version 2 is coming out of. That's a good question. I don't remember. I don't even remember that conversation.
Hello.
Nice, lots of money.
Pop in if you find any artifacts, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. Oh. Let's see it. Ah, that allows you to put a silence on it. There's a Martha. No, let's leave that for now. Should be good enough quality. I could sell this gun or do that. Hold on. Load it. There we go.
So, you got anything new?
There we go. So let's look at the PDA. No. Got Morgan's PDA. Duty trader who sells weapons left and right. Got to be useful. Something can be 4,000. Yes, I'll take that deal. There you go. See ya.
Don't let the door hit you.
Right. So there's a stash there. That is the shit stash to get to. I remember that one. You get up on that pipe and then you go across. There's a stash there. Okay, we'll do those two as we go on the way to that there.
Hey, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, how are you?
Hey, why don't you just leave me alone? So far, at least I'm still neutral with bandits, but I think that will pretty much change at some point. Yeah, the stash is up there. I think I need to come from that side there. There we go. Now I remember. I remember. Now I've got to slip down here. Get everything. There we go. Okay, the other stash is in there. The fire noise you can hear is underneath the ground. There's some caves there. Oh, that's a nice rifle. That is quite a nice rifle. GR301. It's quite customizable, and you can go like full machine gun with it, or you can go sniper rifle with it. Okay, get across there. Gonna take the bridge. That's a radar site. We're gonna head this way. And if I remember correctly, this one has crashed in the middle of a bunch of gas anomalies. See and that's there's some gravitational anomalies. That's what's happening to the water, the mounds of water that's coming up there, and then there's some gas anomalies. These gravitational anomalies are pretty cool.
All the electronics inside burned out. Even the power cable sheaths melted.
Oh, there were some supplies at the other one that I forgot to take. I forgot to check for it. Oh, excuse me. Hey, meat chunk. Okay. I'm gonna pick up. That gives me 2 radiation, but gives me +6 chemical protection. Oh, thanks. Right, and the next helicopter. Find the missing hunter. The next helicopter's over there. He's along the way. I'm a little bit encumbered. So it's interesting to see how the radar installations look. Weird looking antennas.
I think I found the lair. Get over here, ASAP.
Oh, it's just the hunter. Okay. ASAP is gonna have to wait for my encumbrance. Oh, this is the Bloodsucker lair. I remember this one.
I saw a bloodsucker enter the building. I'm guessing that's their lair, but let's put that theory to the test. Watch the shadows. They could appear from anywhere.
That's not a sound I want to hear.
Did you hear that? Never mind. I must be hearing things. There's something there. Cover me.
Nasty pieces of work, those things. As soon as you go in your inventory out. I had to heal myself, otherwise I wouldn't have survived that hit. They're fucking mean, man. Where was your covering fire this time, Dick?
Come look at this. It's probably the only way of getting in the basement. Well, jumping down is the only way. Follow me!
Why do I want to go in the basement?
Your footsie's still intact? Let's check out this basement then. Look at the claw marks. Strange.
Yes, indeed. Look at those claw marks. Ooh, nice detector.
The bodies we found before didn't have those. The hunter isn't here. Let's go.
Solve my encumbrance problem by eating more.
This is what I do. I've been picking locks all my life. Please, hold your applause. Now, let's take a look inside. Shh. It's full of sleeping bloodsuckers. Let's try to get by them without making any noise.
Attention, stalkers! An emission is approaching. I repeat, an emission is approaching. Seek cover immediately.
I don't really want to be in here when there's an emission.
Phew. We made it. And didn't even disturb their nap time. This looks like an exit. Jump!
Okay, well, I'm going to stay inside. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to stay here until the mission's over.
Didn't find the hunter, but I have an idea where he might be. Let me check it out and I'll contact you. While I do that, let the stalkers know about these blood-sucking assholes.
Get armament and nuke it. So anyway, I should. Nuke grass lake. How's this dude just running around outside in the emission? Guys are having a firefight during a mission. It's wonderful. Now, I'm not going outside, I'm going to get killed.
Attention, stalkers! An emission will start any minute now. Find cover if you want to live.
Wait for that to pass. I think the emissions are just psychokinetic releases of energy. Here come the dead birds.
Stalkers, the emission is finally over. I hope you're all in one piece.
I came out by the swamp. Okay. So that's the next one there. If you have a look at my blurbs, I actually have a blurb for Nuke It for Orbit. Follow this road, and then past there. I've even got a couple of, I've even got some Stalker themed
I
blips
say
as well.
we take off and nuke the entire site from orbit.
There we go.
It's the only way to be sure.
If you look carefully, you might find some Duke Nukem ones in there as well. Those look like bandits, yeah.
Твоя цель здесь. Иди ко мне.
Жмур он добрый. Жмур сейчас со мной поделится, ага?
If I can strip these guys bare.
Start talking, buddy.
Okay, this way. The BS thing about them looting the stalkers like that is that if you shot them straight away now, they won't have that loot on them. That's the only thing that really pissed me off about that. Because I've seen a guy looter come across and loot a guy that I killed, and I killed him straight away. And he didn't have an extra gun or anything on him. It was a bit shit. Some radiation, and there's a poltergeist here as well. Ow. There he is. Ah, son of a bitch. Took a hell of a hit from something there because I didn't realize my health was so low. Yeah, that's the mission. Anyway, I'm actually going to call it there because I am a little bit disappointed with Stalker 2 being pushed back at the last fucking minute. So, yeah, I'm a little bit salty about that actually. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was supposed to be like a fun little glimpse into the game for anyone who you know, wasn't aware. And you know, we're supposed to pick up Stalker 2 next week, and it's just they pushed it back. So I'm gonna look into Dawn of War, Warhammer 40k Dawn of War. It's an RTS suggested by Bubbo, so I'll do that. That should fill the time until the 20th of November, hopefully. And yeah, So thanks for coming and watching. Thanks for the super chats, the subscribes, and I'll see you guys next week with Warhammer 40k. Hopefully Eli, because Eli's not available this week. We'll see you then.